So what's the downside of having really good, expensive camera gear? There's more to it than just having expensive kit. So recently I had an issue with my Broncolor 800S Syros. I got three. I bought the bulk pack of three in the sort of carry case with two diffusers, three tripods. I think it's from Wex Photographic. And it was about, at the time, I think it was about 6,000, something like that. And I've had them for about 2.5 years, so they're just out of warranty. And the one just popped on a shoot. So what it did was, I was just firing the RF, the RF and the sow light popped off, and it went back to 2, which is the base power for the light, and turned it all back on. And it basically just reset. And then I put the power back up, and it fired again, then reduced to power 2. So there was an issue, and it was the circuit board. So I spoke to Broncolor, obviously out of warranty. I'd send it to their UK sort of repair centre, which is basically Manfrotto, I think. Although I was advised not to send it there, but that's what Broncolor said. So I sent it off, and I had a bill for £423, I think it was. That was including VAT and a bit of pence. And it was the control circuit board in there. Anyway, so I've had it back. Wasn't what I was expecting, but the light itself, I think they're selling for about 1,600 at the moment. So, you know, a third of the cost virtually. Had it back. I've been using it, it's fine. Then I did a shoot for prospectus, and I was doing some speed shooting, like some burst work, and it popped again. Sent it back, same issue. They spoke to Broncolor to say, why has this happened? I don't know what the issue is, but anyway, I'm waiting for it to come back. So I'm down one light. I've got two lights, so I can cope with that for the time being. And the issue is that having this kit, I know that's a bit of a long-winded story, it's great, but in actual fact, if, for instance, say like the Broncolor stuff, and I'm sure the Profoto is the same as well, if you get like the big battery pack stuff, the I can't remember what they're called now, but the ones with like the 3,200 watt or, you know, lights and stuff, what you've got to realise that they are great, got nothing wrong with them. All the big studios have them in the rental houses. If a bulb pops on one of those, it's £600 for the bulb. You know, that's just for the bulb. So if the bulb goes, and obviously like mine, none of my bulbs have gone, not even the lamp bulbs, but they're really expensive. The bulbs on mine are 160 quid a pop. So obviously eventually one of them will go, but if 3 of them go in the same week, you know, that's basically £600 with delivery or whatever. So it's great having all these good things, and you know, like the latest mirrorless cameras like the Nikons and the R1s and things like that. But if you've got a shutter fault or a display fault on the back screen, or you crack the screen, or the EVF, we're talking quite a lot of money. And like, because a lot of this stuff is put together, you know, by machines and everything, it's all like sealed and factory built, to open them up and get in there, you know, it can be done, but then you've got the issue of other faults being put onto that system then, because there's so many points which can fail and which are like moved, you know. And I've had issues in the past, well, not me personally, but friends of mine have had problems with cameras, and then they've gone back, had that fixed, come back, and they've got another fault then, and they've been back numerous amount of times to be fixed. So the upside with having cheaper cameras, or you know, like sort of 3/4 sensor cameras or crop sensors, APS-C, is that the repairs aren't as expensive. But also with some of the cheap ones, obviously you can, I'm not saying like £1,000 is cheap, but you can sort of run it into the ground and then just upgrade, because it's probably failing at that point anyway. And so to repair it, it's like repairing a TV screen. Most people won't, they'll just go and get a new telly as such. So it's worthwhile thinking about when you're buying your kit, especially if you're doing wedding photography or big commercial jobs, that you've got two bodies which are the same, so obviously you've got the same colour science across both, but that you've got to think about the issue if something breaks. So like with my Broncolor lights, I've got 3 so I can cope, although on some situations I do need 3 or maybe more. So it's worth thinking about, you know, if you dumped all your money into one camera with lots of lenses and you didn't have another body, you're pretty much screwed unless you can borrow one or you have to rent one from a rental house. So it's worth a think before you go and jump in at the deep end. And that's it. If you've got any questions or anything, just comment below. Check my affiliate links, make sure you're subscribed. I am trying to keep up to date. I am moving house this week. See you soon.